Hold it. In 6 years of filmmaking, this is the process that has made my videos probably 100% better. This is exactly that, having a process, a routine, a workflow, whatever you want to call it. Especially the part that's overlooked the most. Just writing and planning your video. For that, I'm using the app Notion. No, this is not a tutorial for Notion. Also, you can do all of this on paper, but I'm just choosing to do it with Notion because I can use this as a template and just reuse it over and over and over again. Also, stick to the end because I'm gonna show you how you can make a template like this. Now, I like to think of packaging of the video, titles and thumbnails, as 51% of the work that you need to put in. If you don't get people to click on it, you will never get them to watch the entire video. So in this section here, I like to workshop my titles and thumbnail concepts. So for the title, I set myself up to 25 ideas. It really pushes you to think about different ways to make a title there. Plus you have a bunch of options. If, for example, one of them doesn't work, you can switch it around. There's also these two websites that I use to just spark imagination, spark some ideas. They don't always work, but it's a good start if you really have no clue what to come up with as a title. For the thumbnails, do something similar. I drop some YouTube thumbnails that I see other creators make, just to use it as a reference. And I draw out a few ideas, just stick figure things, don't look anything special, but I draw them out on the iPad and then plug them in straight into Notion just to give me that reference later on in the production process. So if you hear storytelling, you probably have heard about the 3-act structure. I recently talked about it in the Casey video and we'll talk about it again here on the channel. But basically what it comes down to, you can condense a story into 3 acts. A setup, a conflict, and a resolution of that conflict. Problem is, YouTube is a little bit of a different beast. We have to fight for every minute, every second of engagement. And that starts with writing a really good script. Now, if you don't write a script, I urge you just to try it because you will see having that lined out, it just helps you so much of knowing what the whole video is going to be about. This is what I think about storyline in my videos. Act 1 starts with a hook, where you grab the viewer's interest. And then straight away, you can try to re-engage the viewer with something new. Could be a secondary storyline that you're putting in there that runs throughout the video. Could also introduce a new character into your video. And then in between Act 1 and Act 2, you set up the whole story of the video. Like, what can the viewer expect? And then from there into Act 2, you try to re-engage your viewer again and again and again with these different talking points. We have the setup is about having a template, and then I'm talking about packaging, I'm talking about the structure. Then from Act 2 to Act 3, you're going for the climax. Now you've been building up your story, and this is where you let everything come together. And then you can finish up with something that Daryl Eves likes to call the goosh. It's the unexpected feel-good moment that a viewer gets.
But there is one last thing.
And after that, with the last bit of retention that your viewer has, try to redirect them to a new video of yours so they can watch some more content that you made. Like that, you have it, a structured video. The planning of a video is where all the hard work pays off that you put into the packaging and the writing. And for me, that comes together in a shot list. Let me give you a quick hack here. Since I have these acts structured in toggles, I can now focus the shot list line by line for each act. So let me show you what that looks like. First, I copy the line that I'm working with and I add it to this part in the shot list in the back. And then from here, I can just add what act it's from. Now I really can start visualizing what I want to do with these shots. Doesn't need to be wide, medium, close up, maybe macro. Do I need slow motion or is real time good enough? And then I need to describe what I want to do with this shot. Also, I add the place that I want to record this and what kind of shot that this is. Why this is important is because thanks to Notion software, I can just filter for any of these parameters that I want and I can plan my shoot date. For example, this is one of my previous videos that I put on the channel. I want to bulk all screen captures. Here we go. Or how about A-roll? check. And then I take this whole shot list that I have now, I print it out as a guide when I'm shooting or when I'm editing, so I can just reference all of the different scenes and all of the different shots. That's basically it. Now, if you use Notion, I got some great news for you, because this template, I made it available for you all to download. Description box below, you know the thing. No paywall, no email list whatsoever. And in this video, I'm not showing you just this part of the process, but everything that has to do with having a video go up on YouTube. I'm talking with Timo from Cinecom. And if you know Cinecom and you know that name, you know how much valuable content is right over there. So I'm gonna see you in a little bit.